Welcome. I'm Ranger Jen at the Marsh-Billings-Rockefeller National Historical Park, and I'm here with you today as part of the Working Woodlands series that we're doing, and we're going to talk about indicator plants. So these are plants that you as a landowner can utilize to look at your particular plot and see where you have rich soils. First, we're going to take a look at the underlying geology that is behind the building of the soils here in Vermont. So Vermont and New Hampshire were actually totally separate pieces of land many, many years ago. And under great force, as the plates moved, they came together. New Hampshire actually went under Vermont. Vermont semi-melted, if you will, and so it's a metamorphic rock. And in this metamorphic rock is a lot of calcium. Over further time, as this eroded with the glaciers and just natural erosion, that calcium was let out into the soil. And calcium is very, very good for growing things. So the fact that the soils here in Vermont are very rich in calcium is a good thing. Today my guest is Marcus Bradley. He's a forester and he works with Redstart, a natural resource management company. And he's going to help us find some of these indicator species. Let's see if we can go find Marcus.
We're right in this beautiful rich site hardwood, nice maple trees. Right away, there's an ash-looking stem here, except that it's alternate and it's got a brown fuzzy bud. This is butternut. Butternut is a calcium-liking plant. And if you're seeing this stuff regenerating in your forest, you've got a fairly rich site. This is one that if you see, you know you can grow sugar maple well. This is called maidenhair fern, really lovely.
Look at the stipe, the leafless portion. This should be black. The top divides into two rachises, the leafy material, which are mirror images of each other.
And this is a plant we haven't seen today, and this also likes it's a rich site indicator. It's like one of the first ones to bloom in the spring. Absolutely gorgeous bloom. This is bloodroot, and if you break it off, the very tip will start to bleed, a little bit like a red milkweed. Here's another really cool plant that most of you have heard of, maybe don't know. It's called American ginseng. It's going to be distinctive of having three moderate-sized petals and then two smaller ones in a whorl. This is a perennial plant. It'll come back year after year. You can see it's got a beautiful seed head. There's one more that I really like. This is Jack in the Pulpit. This is a small one. This can get also large. This is also a rich site indicating plant. This bulb right here is one of black bear's favorite foods.
So thank you, Marcus, for showing us these really good indicator plants. There are quite a few more that are not quite as distinct, but still very good at identifying these rich soils. One of them is right before me here. This is spikenard with these big multi-compound leaf patterns and this very distinct berry pattern here that you see this time of year. Another thing with this is that if you look at the stems, you can see this very angular, rigid pattern that's common for this particular plant too. Ramps are visible in early spring in groups of broad, smooth, light green leaves. They have a scallion-like bulb that can be seen if dug up, and a distinct onion scent. Blue cohosh has purplish leaflets and purplish-brown to yellow-green flowers. They produce a bright blue berry in the fall. White baneberry has a distinct berry cluster that gives it the common name of doll's eye. Elderberry can be recognized by its leaf pattern in flowers and berries, while ginger is found close to the forest floor in stemless colonies with velvety, heart-shaped leaves. Sugar maples are always a good sign and are often found in rich soils with basswood. Basswood is a tree with large heart-shaped leaves and a very distinct seed pod. Vermont is a very rich agricultural state, and landowners that are interested in managing their land for sugar mapling, hay production, timber, pasture, can all do a better job if they have richer soils underneath what they are growing. So utilizing these tools is a great way to improve the quality of whatever you are doing on your particular piece of land. Thank you all for coming, and enjoy your hunting for these indicator species.